My session is on the natural language processing. So it is for it is a kind of a sign language which would facilitate the people having the disabilities for living a safe, productive, and dignified language. The responsibility for the sign language would be to encourage the hard earning students to pursue the higher education. They would probably train and educate the diverse groups like government officials, professionals, and the and the community teachers. So, in this context, amnosis is widely used the sign language. It has the phonetic alphabet for transcribing the consistent sounds for the spoken language. The parameters would 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 include the well-known alphabets with the glyphs to uh, to detect the symbols meaning. The amnosis has various characteristics of pointers and shapes and gestures. The proposed system ER diagram is the American Sign Language standards for the 10 languages. They recognize the letters having different but the same meaning. So if you see on the AR diagram, it has the background color and then the lighting conditions, and then it has a camera to capture those kind of colors or conditions or the resolutions, and then from the camera it captures the hand gestures. Sorry, the hand gestures are captured by the camera, and then it will be transmitted to the people who have the disability. So the various characteristics which are captured on this are like skin color, and then the finger length, and then the number of fingers. Um, so it is basically a data modeling structuring which have the entities for the users having the disabilities or without any disability using the webcam laptop. So the sequence diagram is shown on the next page. So here it has the input in the form of hand gestures. It is captured by the camera, and then CNN model. CNN stands for the convolution network model. So it compares with the database, and a letter is formed. So after that, it is converted to different languages using the translator, and then it is converted to speech using the GTTS component. So once if it is converted to the component using the GTTS, the results are sent back either as a message or a kind of a voice message. And then for the implementation, the convolution neural network is developed to recognize the American Sign Language gestures through the data sets. The image frame and the image processing or captured through the prediction of the land gestures. Uh, so the natural language processing in this context determines the minimum elements for matching the languages by by making use of a JavaScript language translated.js. Under this context, extra linguistic factors like the topic provenance and the technical structuring would influence the text alignment. If the if the character encodings are a close or a close translation for each other, the sentences are the smallest AU's text. So, and the second technology adapted in this context is the deep learning. Natural language processing involves the deep learning technique for under the wide areas such as artificial intelligence, human computer interaction, corpus linguistic, and then the quantitative linguistic. Natural language processing modeling is comes under the three phases like rationalism, empiricism, and then the deep learning. Deep learning is one of the most advanced natural language processing developed, and it is adapted both by artificial intelligence for studying the quantitative methods, and then the second step is the data set extractions. That is before the model training using the deep learning, the data sets are established by the subject matter experts, and then the customized corpus is generated for fitting the research purpose. Under this context, Twitter's API plays a vital role for the extraction, analysis, and the tweets processing through the process of extraction, processing, and tweets analysis. And then the fourth step is the training. That is the methodologies from the recurrent neural networks and then the long short-term memories are then predicted and classified under the analysis area. The sequence classification or the list of input sequences given as the input sequence over the space or time. The goal would be to predict the sequence assignment category. The classification starts with the process of the block development, which allows the text pre-processing, and then the deep cleaning is applied across the contents. BERT, that is bidirectional encoder representations from the transformers, plays the role of the tokenization and pre-processing task, which are which have the list of library for splitting the text into tokens, and then the tokens are in turn converted to the vocabulary indexes. Um, the models for the deep learning using the natural language processing are to detect that Twitter's social networks as cyberbullying, and then it has been predicted that they are capable of achieving 5% improvement in the accuracy.